By the time this video uploads, BTS's comeback will have already kicked off, and I just have one question. How glorious are the mullets? Please tell me we have mullets. Again, since the voice you're hearing is from a few hours ago, I haven't seen anything yet, therefore can't talk about it in this video. But since Twice's promotions are over, there is one thing we need to discuss. I'm really afraid that winning a music show may now be something the girls don't look forward to anymore. And that's because of what follows it. The encore stage and now scrutiny that comes with it. When Twice started winning #1s for I Can't Stop Me, people noticed how traumatized and nervous they looked on that stage. The assumption is that these uncomfortable expressions come from their previous More and More promotion where they were criticized for one of their encore stages. Anyway, this time, a big thing that stood out to people was that at first, Nayeon skipped out on the super high note in the chorus, something she's admitted was quite high, and that she had to implement a technique of laying down to be able to hit it. This then sparked criticism of JYP Entertainment for not giving them songs that complement their natural ranges rather than push them beyond that threshold. I don't know, do you guys think the encore stage should be another place where these idols get put under the microscope? Note that these girls seem to have shaken off those nerves in following encore stages. Nayeon even sang her entire part, this time utilizing her falsetto voice for the high note. And what do you know, the more relaxed the girls were, the more praise they began to get. Maybe, just maybe, there's a correlation here. Let's just allow the artists to have fun on that encore stage, and my goodness, let them have fun when they are simply getting along. I know that sentence sounds ridiculous, but apparently encore stages are not the only things taken too seriously during music shows. There are actually people out there who are uncomfortable with Oh My Girl's ARIN being, quote, too touchy with TXT's SOOBIN. As you know, both are MCs from Music Bank. I think their chemistry together sparked from the very beginning, and that's what makes them so much fun to watch. But we knew these sharks were going to strike sometime. Now complaining, without any evidence that it's bothering him, that she touches him too much, leans on him too much, laughs, lives. And before you point the finger at TXT fans, I don't think it is. As a matter of fact, TXT fans have been thanking ARIN for checking up and cheering up SOOBIN when he seemed to have been down or just low on energy. The complaints are coming from people who have the most ridiculous reasons, like, oh, she laughs way too much in the middle of her comments, that they've never been like this with a friend of the opposite sex, and my favorite, just fix it. Luckily, not only are TXT fans defending the situation, but Oh My Girl fans have pointed out that this is just her personality. She's always leaning on people when laughing. I mean, what do these people want for their MCs? Two beautiful people who have to try their best not to look at each other? Or two MCs who are always brawling it out? Although the biggest fight we've seen this past week has been SM Entertainment fighting for Aespa to have at least a smooth debut. They've been hit with controversy after controversy. Just in the past week, GISELLE, Aespa's Japanese member, was accused of hiding her, quote, thuggish past by an anonymous supposed schoolmate. They said she was infamous in her younger days for being a bully and doing other bad things. However, SM came out confidently and quickly to dismiss these rumors and even threaten legal action for defamation. I haven't seen anyone take these allegations seriously, but the accusations against SM Entertainment and whoever worked on the Aespa music video does seem to have a little more credence to it. First of all, not only were people already pointing out the similarities with the virtual avatar concepts to KDA, but then there were striking similarities in Aespa's music video teaser. For example, the looming monster, the spray paint cans, the subway location. And speaking of that subway location, another artist said they were notified that Aespa's flowers in a subway train visual seemed to resemble their works even down to the giant snake. And then it gets worse. People then claimed to have found a Pinterest account belonging to an SM creative director that had folders labeled Rookie Group, Taemin, and Kai. That's where they discovered the works of a Canadian artist that seemed eerily familiar to the Aespa teaser photos we eventually got. Now, I don't think it's confirmed who actually owns that Pinterest account. That may be a reason why SM hasn't felt the need to say anything yet, but even to fans, the resemblance is quite apparent. Again, this isn't something to go after the Aespa girls girls for. Just like when STAYC, another rookie group whose music video was recently accused of copying a scene from Miley Cyrus, the girls weren't the ones who were to blame, rather the company addressed it and the outsourced music video production company were the ones who expressed their shame. So until SM addresses this or it escalates even further, we'll have to leave this one here for now. Probably until after their first promotion cycle, which might also be the time SM adds to their 4-member lineup. Just like how Red Velvet added Yeri after they debuted with their 4-member lineup. But in this case, it might not be just one. It might be 3. First of all, an insider post with Aespa details that was uploaded back in October mostly came true. That it was going to be similar to KDA, how the song would sound, that there would be 4 members out the gate. So now their insider claim that Aespa will add 3 more members is taken a lot more seriously. Now that the song is out, the lyrics also seem to back up these speculations. The word Kwangya is a term within the Aespa world where the avatar counterparts live. If you line up the letters with the existing members' names, there are 3 letters left to fill. If this is true, people are already speculating on which known SM trainees they could be. I guess these days, SM Entertainment is leaving clues all over the place. Aespa hints were left in Super M's music video, the end of NCT's music video, and BoA popped up at the end of Aespa's music video. Maybe the sequel to Black Mamba is BoA Constrictor. You know, Arin and I can laugh at our own jokes together. Anyway, it's obvious that a lot of people were anticipating SM's first girl group since Red Velvet. Not only did they break the views record for the first 24 hours of a debut music video, they also won the theory poll for this week. Follow my Instagram to vote on the next one. Now, I know SM is starting their SM Cinematic Universe, or the SMCU, but I'm not going to touch on the potential story connections to Super M, NCT, or BoA just yet. It's way too early to know how strong that thread is. On top of that, it was explained that the purpose of Aespa's Black Mamba music video is to introduce the unique world of Aespa, where the villain Black Mamba is threatening to block the connection between the girls and their avatars. And we're shown that established connection between the girls and their avatars throughout the music video. Not only do I think this train that most of the story takes place in will be a narrative device to bring the two sides together, but it is also a visual representation of their path of communication. Because at first, when they're messaging each other, it starts out looking like a normal train. But the second Karina gets that airdrop from Black Mamba, the train begins to terraform into something else, first filling with plants and flowers. Simultaneously, their messages with their avatars begin to glitch as the Black Mamba begins taking over. Nining notices something wrong as her screens are also being hacked. Obviously, this sets her out to destroy it. As the train becomes more and more consumed by plants and flowers though, Black Mamba prepares its perfect moment to strike. And that moment comes when we see the lights go out, shrouding the girls in darkness. The second time they perform the chorus drastically contrasts with the first time they performed it, as they are now all wearing black with a deep red sky behind them. Black Mamba has seized control over the girls' minds. We get a glimpse at what's going on inside as the music stops and a Harry Potter Parseltongue-like snake language whispers in our ears. The souls of the girls are forced to watch helplessly as Black Mamba cuts off and takes over Aespa's communication with their avatars. Symbolically, the flowers in the train are covered in green acid-like liquid, and the train itself is filled with this black venom symbiote-like goo. However, just as it seems like it couldn't get any darker, we see the avatars step up to Black Mamba in order to rescue Aespa. Unfortunately, that's where this first chapter ends. The last thing we see besides BoA is a figure emerging from the black goo surrounded by broken heart icons. Like they explained, this music video introduces us to this world because SM believes our world is currently evolving, and in order to adapt and survive, we must surpass the boundaries between real and virtual. Aespa is SM's leading step beyond that barrier. MAMBA.